Imagine waking up tomorrow morning. You reach for your phone. But it's dead. You try the light switch. Nothing. The refrigerator is quiet. The TV won't turn on. Cars won't start. No internet, no machines, no global communication. Because overnight, electricity has vanished. Permanently. Today, we explore the terrifying and fascinating question. What if electricity stopped forever, starting tomorrow? And more importantly, would humanity survive? Chapter 1, the first 24 hours. At first, people think it's just a blackout. Something temporary. Cities have experienced outages before. But this time, it's different. The entire world is dark. Skyscrapers, silent. Hospitals, powerless. Traffic lights, dead. Airports, completely shut down. Planes fall from the sky within the first hour. Trains freeze on their tracks. Ships drift in the ocean with no navigation. Billions of people try turning on their phones. The panic begins when nobody's phone lights up. And no emergency broadcasts arrive. Humanity starts to understand. This time electricity isn't coming back. Chapter 2, the first week of chaos. Without electricity, society collapses faster than anyone expects. Day 1. Grocery stores are stormed. People grab anything they can. Cash registers don't work, credit cards don't work, ATMs don't work. Day 2. Fresh food begins to spoil. Milk, meat, and vegetables in refrigerators go bad. Hospitals begin losing patients who depend on machines. Day 3. The nights become a new kind of terrifying. No street lights. No home lights. Only darkness. Crime spikes instantly. Day 5. Most cars stop working because modern engines rely on electronic systems. Some old cars from the 1970s still run, making them priceless. Day 7. Governments try to maintain order. But with no communication, no transportation, and no way to coordinate, the world becomes quiet. And dangerous. Chapter 3, returning to a pre-electric world. Humanity is forced back 150 years in time. To the era before lights, phones, and engines. But this time, there are billions of people instead of 1 billion. Resources that once supported a modern world cannot support a non-electric one. Cities become unlivable. Skyscrapers turn into dark concrete prisons. Millions begin migrating to rural areas in search of food and clean water. Suddenly, skills that were once obsolete become the most valuable. Farming, blacksmithing, hunting, carpentry, herbal medicine. Children who once dreamed of becoming influencers now learn how to plant potatoes. Chapter 4, the global economic collapse. Within weeks, the global economy disappears entirely. Money becomes useless. Gold becomes useful only for trading. The new currencies are food, clean water, tools, shelter, manual labor. Banks fail. Corporations collapse. The stock market becomes a memory. Humanity realizes something shocking. Electricity wasn't just a convenience. It was the foundation of our entire civilization. Chapter 5, the water crisis. One of the most catastrophic effects comes from a simple fact. Water systems need electricity. Without pumps, cities lose drinking water. Toilets stop working. Sewage backs up. Disease spreads. People must walk to rivers and lakes to gather water. But those water sources quickly become polluted. Diseases we defeated 100 years ago return. Cholera, typhoid, dysentery. Millions die. Not from violence, but from dehydration and water contamination. Chapter 6, The Great Food Transformation. Supermarkets no longer exist. Factories no longer produce packaged food. Industrial farming collapses without electric machines. Humanity must switch to manual agriculture. Just like the people of the 1700s. But here is the problem. Not everyone can farm. And not all land is good for farming. This leads to new communities forming around fertile land. Old farmland becomes extremely valuable. New leaders rise, not politicians or billionaires, but people who can grow food. Chapter 7, A New Society Emerges. Over the years, people adapt. Not back to the modern world, but forward into a new kind of ancient world. Society is smaller, slower, more local. People gather around fire instead of screens. Communication becomes face-to-face. Nighttime becomes silent except for the sound of nature. And humanity begins to ask: was electricity a blessing? Or a trap? Some argue life is now more real, more connected, more meaningful. Others dream every night of the world that was lost. Conclusion: could humans survive? Would humanity survive if electricity disappeared forever? Yes. But not all of us. And not easily. We would be forced into a simpler, harsher, slower world. One without instant communication. Without global trade. Without technology. Without comfort. But we would adapt. Because the greatest power humanity has is not electricity, but survival. And remember, this is just one of the many what-if stories we explore here on Mind Spark Studios. A single glimpse into countless alternate worlds, possible futures, and chilling realities. If this video sparked your imagination, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Your support helps us create more deep, immersive explorations into the unknown. Thank you for watching. And we'll see you again in the next What If. Only on Mind Spark Studios.